Hi, ladies and gentlemen. We're dealing with a concept here called percent, and percent is always used every single day. That's something that we use on a daily basis. And also, guys, I just wanted to remind you to subscribe to our YouTube channel, Prof. Komlavi Math for Fun. We have more than 100 videos out there from the pre-algebra all the way up. So we're building block by block, and I'm sure that you're going to be fine. All right, so let's get back to our problem here. So we're talking about percent formula. That's the first thing that we need to keep in mind. So whenever we have a problem that involves percent, we think about this formula here, A equals to RB. So what is A, what is R, what is B? A is the amount, that is the part. So that's the part out of the whole, okay? So we have the base, which is the number that follows the preposition of. So that means the number that is after of, okay? And then R, which is the rate, that's the number that always carries the percent symbol. All right, so you cannot miss them, okay? So percent formula says that the amount or part A is equal to the rate R times the base B. This is it, that's the formula, that's the only thing, okay? So let's go for the problem. 7 is what percent of 8 in this case? 7 is what percent of 8? So the question is, what do we know? Always. So the first thing we got to do is to put down then A equals to RB, the formula, correct? So what do we know in this case? Already we don't have any number with the percent, so that means we do not have the rate. We don't have the rate. So what do we have? We have number that follows the of is what? Is 8. And we said what? The base is always the number that follows the of. Okay? So that means we know the base. So if you know the base, automatically we know the amount, which is 7, sorry. Okay? So 7 is what percent of 8? We don't have the percent, that's what we're looking for. We know the A, which is 7. We know the base, which is 8. So let's go for it. So is A equals, so is 7 equals, the rate is what we don't know, right? So that's the rate R times the base, which is what? Which is 8. Just like this. Okay? So now what are we solving for? The rate, which is the percent. So what we got to do is what? That's why we learn how to do simple equations, guys, right? So we're going to do what? Divide both sides by 8 and 8. This is out. So we end up with R equals to 7 divided by 8. And also, what don't we want to forget? We do not want to forget the percent because we're dealing with a percent. We want the percent. So we got to multiply this answer by 100. All right, so let's go for it. So now we're going to do division here, regular division, ladies and gentlemen. Let's go for it. So here we are. So we're saying we're doing 8 divided into 7. 8 divided into 7. So the first thing you got to think about is what? If we divided 8 into 7, 8 is higher than 7. That means our answer is going to be what? Less than 1. Our answer can never be more than 1. So that means it's going to be a 0 point something, something, something. Okay? So let's go for it. So 8 goes into 7 how many times? 0 times, right? And then we place our decimal point, okay? By doing that, that means we got to add the 0 to the 7. So 8 now goes into 70 how many times? 8 times. 8 times 8 is 64. So ladies and gentlemen, our multiplication table is back, okay? So 70 minus 64 is going to give us what? It's going to give us 6, okay? So we have to continue with our problem here. So that means we're going to add the 0 over here again. So 8 goes into 60 how many times? 7 times, right? Because 7 times 8 is going to give us what? 56. So we got to subtract 56. 60 minus 56 is going to give us what? It's going to give us 4. And then we add again the 0. And 8 goes into 40 how many times? 5 times. So it's 5 times 8 is 40. And then we subtract, we end up with 0. So this one is just for us to recall again, remind ourselves again how we do division so that we can get the decimals. Very important concept. All right, so let's go over here. So that means what? So that means we end up with 0.875 that we multiply by 100. Okay, so once we do that, so multiplying this number by 100 means what? So instead of doing times 100, step by step, easy is what? you take the decimal place, you move it twice to the right. And that's it. Okay? Take the decimal place, move it twice to the right because you multiply by 100. So it's going to give us what? So once, twice, so the decimal is here. So you end up with 87.5%. Now, ladies and gentlemen, because you are looking for the percent, you got to put the symbol, the percent symbol. Very important, because a lot of times people forget about them. We do not want to do that. Okay? So here we are. All right? Thank you.